Here, let's watch the clip.
Go through hormone therapy. Can they change their gender if they're a child?
I think that's totally fine as long as everyone is consenting, as you agree with.
Okay, so as long as everyone...
If your parents are okay with it and you are okay with it, I think that's totally a familial decision to make, yeah.
Okay, so a child can cut their penis off and take hormone blockers and change their biology forever, but they can't get married?
Oh, that's a decision that now extends beyond the family, because now you're bringing in a different party. So if you have someone that's your...
That's wild, by the way, because that's not a real thing that happens. No, a child can't cut their penis off. You're fucking weird, dude. Why are you thinking about baby dick? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're thinking about, one, baby dick being chopped off, and two, you're fucking bringing it up as a weirdo, and number three, you defend child brides, bro. This is unacceptable. That's not a thing that has happened. That's not a thing that can happen. It is crazy. It is crazy that the Republicans make it seem like doctors are just chopping off baby dick left and right. Why are you saying that? Why are you thinking that? What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, the reality of the matter is there is a shit ton of psych evaluations that occur before you even get to the position where you can even take puberty blockers. Okay? It's not like over the counter. You can't just like walk over to your fucking local Walmart or your local CVS and be like, yo, hit me with some HRT, doc. And then the pharmacist is like, oh, I don't want to do this, but woke, here you go. Now, as far as bottom surgery, top surgery, especially bottom surgery, there is no hospital unless it's a literal fucking complete life-saving, last-ditch effort medical intervention that is an absolute necessity. No hospital is giving you just like a voluntary fun dick chopping session, okay? Especially if you are obviously under the age of 18. But in this circumstance and in every other circumstance, the notion that like these routine medical procedures that have a shit ton of pre-checks that you need to go through, like that decision being made by medical professionals is unacceptable. Who should that decision be made by? Fucking Sneako? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here.
Your age coming in saying, I want to marry that child. I don't think that can happen under any circumstance.
So,
no.
But it's still a personal decision. You're still deciding.
Because there's
take the other party out of the equation. It's a personal decision. If I'm 16 and I personally want to marry this girl, she's beautiful. She's 21 years old. Her family wants to do it. My family wants to do it. You're saying I can't do that. We're both consenting. I'm ready to go. I'm physically mature, but I'm not allowed to marry because Moist says that woman's a pedophile. But if then the next day I leave it, I'm depressed, I want to cut my penis off, I can go right into the clinic, snip it off, and start taking HRT like Chris Tyson. That's a society that makes sense to you?
It is. I believe everyone has complete, I believe
I can't believe that he got fucking canceled because dumbass Nazis on fucking Nazi website, Twitter, were against the better judgment of medical professionals.
You can get therapy. You can go through the process of making that decision. I thought that's what it was. I thought he was just speaking in hyperbole with the dick cutting off shit. I thought that's what we were talking about. And then if you decide that's the path you want to take, it is your body. You can do that. You can make that decision once you become of age to make a decision like that. I just don't understand how it got so muddled. Half of the fucking conversation was hyperbole, and apparently that one was literal. Or it's a very malicious...
Never mind, he's clarifying. No, he's right. He's clarifying that, like, he's talking about fucking bottom surgery. If you're of age, you can do that if you want. No, he said child, not an adult, but now he's saying an adult. Yes, a child with parental consent, as long as they are supervised by a medical professional, can make medical decisions with parental consent, is what he said, in terms of, like, puberty blockers and shit, okay? That is the current process. Thoughts on people that regret transition? Yes. Great subject. If you were to look at mainstream media like the New York Times, all the way liberal New York Times, by the way, all the way down to like right-wing outlets, you would think that 120% of trans people that get that undergo this process actually regret it. But if you actually look at the data readily available, once again, medical regret is very commonplace with plastic surgery, for example. Plastic surgery has a super high percentage of medical regret. I forget the exact number. But you know what the medical regret percentage is for transition, for gender confirmation surgery? 0.4%, or less than 0.4%. 0.04%, as a matter of fact. It is unimaginably rare. Okay? Compare that to any other procedure, and you are going to have a significantly higher percentage of medical regret. Okay? It's higher for knee surgery. It's higher for, obviously, for tattoos and the like. Okay? This is why the idea that like trans people are detransitioning in a fucking rapid clip is ridiculous. It's higher for LASIK. Yes. But why are there so many articles on this? Why are there so many articles on this? Perhaps it's because there is an agenda. And no, the agenda is not pro-trans. The agenda is anti-trans. According to 2022 statistics, only around 3% of trans people experience some form of regret but may not detransition. Conversely, 97% of people who are transgender are happy with their decision of transition. Only 5% who detransition. That's 5% of the 3%. So 0.4% of all trans people did so because they felt transition was not right for them. Detransitioning facts, additional detransitioning facts, is the social pressures that come along with the transition that cause people to detransition as well. Not all detransitioners are like, oh, I'm not trans at all. Some detransitioners literally are like, no, I'm still trans. It's just that like this wasn't for me in particular. So there's that reality too. And in many circumstances, there's a lot of extra pressure from society that is obviously there. That's the reason why there's such a high suicide rate for trans people. 5% proves you are wrong. Penis equals not the cut. Dude, that is an unimaginably low percentage. What the fuck are you talking about? And the only people that detransition are even smaller than that. It's literally 5% of 3%. There is no world in which you would advocate to stop medical procedures from happening when 95%, let's say it's actually 5%, okay? Let's say 5% of people that undergo gender confirmation surgery hate it and they want to transition, okay? There is not a single medical procedure that you would stop if they had a 5% regret rating. Not a single one. Can you imagine? We just stop knee surgeries altogether. There's an active constituency against knee surgeries because, 20% of people that undergo knee surgery, myself included, by the way, regret the decision. That would be insane. That would be an insane thing. Anyway, chatter, don't you know that ScienceDirect.com is actually being woke? They're doing woke gender. Why would you send this to me? Everybody knows science is both woke and gay. Empirical evidence is both woke and gay. Why would you ever bring up scientific literature in a conversation where we're just operating on fucking vibes, dude? This is a vibe-based conversation. Also, Sarah M. Thornton, that's a woman. Catherine M. Gast, also a woman. Yeah, not a single biblical passage